The ghost story for today speaks to the integration ghosts, and they are the experience of a certain Mr. Frank R., a television producer and a very level-headed, no-nonsense individual. The events occurred at the Ghost House located on 3rd Avenue, New York City. It was reported that there was a colored man named John Gray who was a personal friend of Frank R. Gray and had renounced his Negro race and had proceeded to live in the white world, dressing with only the finest of taste. He died of cancer after a long illness, and his family provided him with a real old-fashioned Southern funeral. When this story was written, Mr. Gray was referred to as a colored man. Actually, today he'd be known as a black man. Mr. Gray would have been appalled at the way he was being laid to rest. As he had once said, should he die, he wanted to be cremated and his ashes spread over the areas of Manhattan where he would not have been allowed to live had he been known as a black man. Gray was only 33-years-old when he died. 3 months after Mr. Gray's death, 2 men known as Bob and Frank took over the empty apartment. One afternoon, while resting in bed, reading, Frank heard the front door open and close, and the clear, distinct sounds of footsteps. He inquired who it was, but no reply was forthcoming. Yet the footsteps continued to a bedroom door located to the right of the living room. The sound of the bedroom door and footsteps to the bed were heard. The sounds then reversed, with the sound of the front door opening and closing, yet no one was yet to be seen. Frank decided not to tell Bob about the experience, lest he be thought insane. But then about 6 weeks later, Bob had the same experience. They both thought that their departed friend, Mr. Gray, had paid them a visit. Bob and Frank, after wishing Mr. Gray the very best on future endeavors, left the apartment never to return. The apartment was then taken over by a Chilean, Mr. Minor, who also left after stating that people were walking all over the place. Frank R., considering himself somewhat psychic, agreed to attend a séance at the apartment, if it could be arranged with the present occupants, a Mr. and Mrs. Noren. The Norens were contacted and were asked if they had experienced anything paranormal in the apartment. They said yes and asked for help if possible. A medium was arranged for and accompanied by 4 others. She identified as an older man and probably the spirit of John Gray. The spirit spoke and was in complete denial that he was dead, but it was explained he accepted that he was dead and no place to go. It was explained that he should go and visit and join his long-deceased parents, and with the medium's help he did. The ghost of John Gray must have passed over as the footsteps then stopped. Thank you.